It is easy to see that Reels and short form video are taking over social media. So today I'm going to teach you how to create your first Reel step by step. And if you stick around to the end, I'm going to give you an easy idea of one Reel that you can make as soon as you're done watching this video and post today. Hello, my YouTube family. I am Shannon. I am a New England photographer, and I love teaching creative entrepreneurs and small business owners how to use social media to leverage their business, create conversions and connections. Now, let's get to how to make your first reel. So in the beginning, when you're on your home page, I am at my name. You can just hit the little plus icon and you can post a reel. It'll pop up, populate. I also want to show you, if you touch the home key at the bottom right-hand corner, you can also press the little plus icon and you can do a post, a story, or a reel. So let's get into the reel. Okay, so when you're first in your reel, right, this is how it's going to look. You added the plus sign, so what are you going to do now? I want to show you a couple of different things that you should be aware of so you know what exactly is happening. So let's start with the time, the 1x. This means if you start at 1x, it's filming in actual normal video time, just like this. But if you change it and go to 0.3, 0.5, 3 to 4, you can either speed up your video like a time lapse, or you can even slow down your video like a slow motion, which is really cool if you want to like adjust the clips. You want to make sure that when you are creating your first reel, that you hit the little time button, and you want to have a 15, 30, or 60-second option. Because if you do a 15-second option and you have a longer reel, it won't let you have that time. So then you're gonna have to start over, especially, which is frustrating if you are filming the reel within the app. So you wanna make sure that it's set at 60. Some of you might even have 90 seconds. That is slowly rolling out right now. So when you go to the bottom and you see these little stars right here, it'll look like this. This is without a filter, and you have these little stars. So this means that you have all of these filters that will not download right now because I'm on airplane mode. So we're just gonna put it on subtle. And I just wanna show you that if you swipe up, or if you hit the stars, you'll see all of these different kinds. So I have it on subtle right now, but if you actually hit the stars, you can see that you have access to even more. And then you can see what's trending by hitting the arrow. You can even save some. You can hit search because you might be searching for a particular, or maybe you're like looking for like sunny or cool. You can search anything that you want. If you swipe to the left where you're saved, this little saved icon, these are all the effects that I have saved. So you can actually save effects, which is awesome, right? And then if you swipe back over, you'll actually see even more effects. A note about your effects though is you have to be filming in Instagram to actually be able to use the effects. If you film outside of Instagram and then you upload that video to be a part of a clip of your reels, what's actually gonna happen is they're only gonna give you like 5% of the effects options that are there, and they're not gonna give you the entire, they won't give you your saved, they won't give you the entire gamut of actual effects that they have. So just something to keep in note. There's a workaround that. You can download some apps like the Teza app or the Visco app to create your video and then have an edit on them. But if you want to use a specific effect that is in Instagram, you're going to have to do the filming within the Instagram app. Okay, so next I want to talk about the timer. The timer is crucial because a lot of times if you are doing trending reels, or maybe you need to get in front of the camera and then step back from the camera, like run back, you want to hit the timer mode. So that's the little clock at the very bottom left. And you can either have a countdown of 3 seconds before it starts or 10 seconds. I'll show you what that looks like here. All you have to do is hit start. So say I'm ready to do the reel. Voila, it's going to give me a timer. And then once it hits 1, we are now filming. So if you have a trending audio that you're using and you're lip syncing, this is perfect. But also it's perfect for if you need to step back away from the screen. 10 seconds can give you that amount of time. Now let's talk about the align tool. The align tool is what you're going to want to use when you are doing transitions. It's going to make everything super, super smooth. So say I want to do a transition, it's going to bring up the last clip, the last tiny piece of the clip that I just did, and you can see. So you want to start, you line yourself up with that so it's a seamless transition. And say I want to put my hair up in a ponytail, or I want to change my outfit, you know, I could hit play and do it again, right? So see how I'm lining myself up there? Perfection. This is not going to be a smooth transition. This will be a smooth transition. And we can go to next. We are now filming. So if you have a trending audio that you're using and you're lip syncing, this is perfect. Perfect. And so that all adds up, and that's fantastic. So there's a few more things that I'm going to tell you about the reels, and also the bonus easy to do today reel at the very end. However, I just want to let you know that you should subscribe to my channel, give that button a little love tap, because I am actually going to start filming some more reels tutorials to help you guys as you grow your business on social media. So let's get back to it. Okay, so say that I filmed that last clip, so I have 2 clips in there now, and say I filmed that last clip, but I'm like, I don't know how that looks, or I hit next and I previewed it and I don't have any idea how it looks. So you have these 2 clips, right? So I can either hit the trash can icon and I can delete this clip, or I can trim this clip. So if I hit the scissors, it allows me to trim this clip. So if I really only want it to be 35 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute and a half, and it even gives you a timer, so therefore it's a lot easier for you to fit within your timed reel, because sometimes you might just want to do a 15-second reel and just get it out there. But what if I want to add something from the camera roll? So how do I do that? Well, there's 2 ways that you can do that. You can swipe up, and if you swipe up, you have options with your camera roll, or you can hit in the bottom left-hand corner, there's a plus sign, a little square with a plus sign, and if you hit that, there you go. So I can add another clip if I choose to. Okay, so say right now in here I have 3 clips. So say I'm done, right? I'm talking, I'm showing you the video, and then I'm like, boom, I've got some flowers, which makes no sense. It's not a reel we're doing for fun, but for the all intents and purposes, this is what we have. So now we're previewing. We like the flow. It looks good. The transition did good. The flowers look good. Everything looks good. So now what is going to happen is we have some more options. We can actually start to add text. So if you hit the double A at the top right-hand corner, this is when you can start typing out your text. And if you hit the color wheel, this is how you can start changing the color of your text. Or you can also change the style. If you hit the color wheel again, and it says A, you can start to change the style of your text. So let's do that. We'll change it back to white so you can see. And then you have different styles. And then if you click the A with the effects button, you'll actually see that you'll have a background style, and it will change color if you hit it again. And then if you want to be super fancy, you can move the text and it'll look something like this. Now, I don't recommend using the text feature or the moving text feature that much, because sometimes it goes a little fast and it's hard to read, especially if you're doing a really quick reel. But that is how you add it, just in case you're looking for some kind of new effects. Moving along, we have the line button, and you can actually do some cool things. You can create a line if you want. You can make it fancy, do some drawings. You can erase it if you wanted to do. It's very, very much like stories. So if you're already adapting to stories and you're using stories, the text and the line tools, all of these tools, once you are in this preview mode where you're looking at all of your clips and you're doing the last minute edits, this is just like stories. So it's very, very simple. If you hit the smiley face in the box, this is where you can put captions. I highly recommend putting captions, whether you're doing them through text or you are doing them through this situation, because a lot of people can not hear, and so you're applying your reels and your content to those people. But also 80% of the people are like at work or in public or on a train. They don't listen to the phone with the sound on. So if you don't have captions, they have no idea what you're saying, and they're going to swipe to the right or keep swiping up and down. So they're not going to watch your reel because they don't know what you're talking about. Here you have filters. You can add a couple last minute things. You've got aesthetics. You've got special effects. You can also reach these by swiping up. And then you also have music. So with music, what's really cool is we now have sound effects. And sound effects, we can add a horn, I don't know if I would ever do that though. But we can add clapping. This is brand new. This is fun. Or we can, I'm going to get rid of that. We can add music. And so what's going to happen is your music choices are they're going to apply what you usually like. They're going to serve you music choices that they think that you're going to like based off of how you act when you're in the app. So you have For You have new releases, you have original audio, which is really fun. It usually tends to be people doing voiceovers or little skits and you can reenact them. Or you have New Music Tuesday. Sometimes these change and that is totally fine. But all you have to do is, if you want to hear let's listen to Fantasy, just hit play. Love the song. Mariah Carey, like 90s favorite. So now I picked it, right? See, turn the volume down. You can actually adjust what part of the song you want this to be on. So if you have you just want to be on the chorus, or there's a specific lyric that you're trying to get a point across with your reel, you can just move this from side to side and pick exactly what you want. So it's just showing you the lyrics. It's not going to actually show up on your reel. It's just giving you an idea of where you want to cut the song. Now you can see that I have 3 different options. So I turned the sound effect completely off because I don't need to have that in this reel. But Fantasy is at 100 volume. And my camera audio where I'm speaking is at 100 volume. But what if I just want to still be talking and I want the music in the background? Then I can adjust it. So let's turn the volume up real quick. So if you have a trending audio that you're using and you're lip syncing, this is perfect. And then you can hear it like this. Okay. I usually like to keep it at 5. 5 is a really good number, 5 or below, because you want people to still hear your voice if you are doing a voice. We are now going to be talking about the voiceover. So I'm going to turn all this down. What if you want to do a voiceover? What if you have a clip of just the flowers, or you're at the beach and you want to tell a story? And so how do you relay that without just adding captions? You want to be able to tell a story overlaying the actual reel itself. All you do is hit voiceover, and then you just hit record like this for as long as you want or as little. And if you want to talk again, here you go. It's very, very, very easy. And then you have the voice options for this as well. And that's it. Now, once you have everything done, I can't recommend enough to hit the arrow, because you want to save all of your reels. If you use any audio from Instagram, it will save the reel without the audio. If it's just you speaking, it will save it with the audio. Now, don't worry if it saves without the audio. You already applied the music. So if you have the audio saved, or you remember what audio you use and you still save the reel, you can just upload the reel again and upload the music again. Why am I telling you to do this? Because anytime that Instagram has an update or iPhone has an update, and if you have your settings set to automatically update my phone, you will lose every single thing you have in drafts. It means you will lose your posts, you will lose your carousel drafts, you will lose your Reels drafts. And if you have 10 Reels drafts sitting in there and you haven't saved them, and you get an update and then poof, they're gone, you're going to be pretty upset about it. Trust me, I have been there. It is not fun. So you want to try to save everything. Okay, so you've got it all done. You added the text, you added the music, the voiceover, all the things. Now you're in the area where you can write a caption. So you want to write caption, or you're copy and pasting it from your notes or wherever you might have your caption. Here, if you hit edit cover in the picture on top of the reel, this is where you can choose which cover you want. Say I want the cover to be in the actual reel. I love these flowers. It looks good on my feed. This is exactly what I want. Fantastic. But what if I want to add it from the camera roll? So what if I need we'll just use Max from L'Amulette here just for the sole purpose of figuring this out. And then if you hit profile grid to the right, it's going to show you exactly how that picture looks there. If you do not like how this picture is lined up, all you have to do is move it, which is really nice and really easy. You don't have to have anybody's head cut off or any part of the picture cut off that you don't want to. So you can arrange it exactly how you need it to be done. Okay, so back to the flowers. I love the flowers. Hit done. Now, I want to show you, you can see share to reels underneath the caption block, right? Also share to feed. This is what needs to be turned on all the time. If you just share a reel to the Reels tab, if this is turned off, that's fine, but the people that follow you may not see that. So if you want the people that also follow you and look at your feed, you want them to actually see it and show up while they're scrolling through Instagram. So you want to toggle that on so you get even more views. You can actually tag products if you have a shop. You can tag people. I would only highly recommend tagging people if it's applicable. And when you hit tag people, this is also where you will invite a collaborator. So say you want to collaborate on a reel, and this is where it'll show up on your feed and somebody else's feed. You just want to hit invite collaborator, type in the person you want to collaborate with. I don't know if it'll actually give me. Okay, so see, it pulls up a bunch of Shannons, which is fine. And say I want to collaborate with Shannon's book club. I forgot I even had that. Anyways, and then if you hit done, right, you're gonna collaborate with her. Here's the thing, when you send a collaboration invite, you've already had a conversation with the other person, you did a collaboration, it's gonna go straight to their stories. And when they accept the invite, it will also show up on their feed. Or they may not accept the invite if you're just sending random collaboration ideas. But I highly recommend that you always figure out your collaboration first and then talk to the person, do a fun collab, and then you're going to invite them. But that's what happens. You hit share, and once you hit share, it goes straight to their story and they hit accept. And then you would add a location. I'm in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. I always add a location of wherever I am, or if I'm doing a travel video. Instagram loves to have locations, so make sure that you do that. You also have an ad fundraiser, and you have recommend on Facebook. You can toggle this on or off. You can toggle it off for this reel, or you can toggle it on, turn on for all reels. Highly recommend this too, you guys. Please toggle this on. This is also going to get you more views, and it's likely to get you more followers, because what Instagram is going to do is it's going to shoot it over to Facebook and put it in Facebook Reels tab, and if somebody finds you and they loves your reel, they're going to come and follow you on Instagram. So you want to make sure that you do that for your views and more followers. And finally, you have advanced settings. And that is just if you added a branded content, that's mostly for influencers. So if you went into your settings and you set all this up, you can add a paid partnership layer. You can add a paid partnership label just by toggling that on, and then you would tag the brand partners. That was just a basic Reels tutorial, so it can get you started. If you want to learn more in-depth details and more exciting things and transitions and editing apps, I actually have the content solution, which is listed down below. It gives you a full year's calendar of content, and I'm teaching you all things Reels. I also teach you carousels, lives, everything you need to make your Instagram account successful. Now, let's talk about the bonus reel that I said that you can do today. When I'm talking about a reel that is so easy that you can do today, it is a direct-to-camera reel where you are just talking to the camera. So I'm gonna back this up, get rid of the flowers, and you see this reel that I'm talking to the camera, and then I switch up the angle. I could be talking here too. Answer your most frequently asked questions. Introduce yourself. Tell people who you are and what you like and why you started your business. A direct-to-camera reel is very popular right now. It can be 15 to 60 seconds. You can share a story, you can tell a joke, but people really love hearing from you. So you do not have to do trends. You can still do trends because they get you views and they get you brand visibility, but people that follow you and really want to get to know you and your business love direct-to-camera reels, and there is a massive shift going in that direction. Plus, it gets you more comfortable being on camera. That is the easiest reel that you can make, and I recommend getting out there and starting it today. If you do, be sure to tag me because I want to cheer you on. If you are looking for hooks, because nobody will watch the reel unless they are caught in by a hook, take a look at this video over here where I list off some of the best hooks for your Instagram reels. And I will see you guys next time.